Hey guys, welcome back to the Mango Vista, also now known as Little Antarctica. We're still in the 40s. Today's low's gonna be like 50, something crazy like that. Before I show you the trees, just want to share with you the temperatures. I can verify the first night, 25. Now there's like two nurseries close by that reported the teens. I can walk to the nursery that reported the teens. I mean, it's like a 5-minute walk. That's how close it is. But I'm going to stick with 25 the first night. What really got us here was the wind. The wind was crazy. It wasn't just the front of my property, it was everywhere. There was just no controlling that wind and no protecting. I couldn't protect all the trees from that wind. That's the reality of it. So 2 nights in the mid-20s, and then after that, 3 nights in the high 20s. There's no escaping this, guys. These trees were going to get hurt regardless. I did some experiments, and we're going to look at those. Covered, uncovered, it didn't really matter. So let's look at these trees. We'll start right here at the Thai dwarf jujube. This tree looks like it's got more wind damage than cold damage. And I posted a short showing the frost on the trunk. I can't believe this tree looks this good. There are a handful of trees that really surprised me. I can't wait for you to see these trees. This is the Pickering, was already damaged from the previous frost. So we're definitely going to get some dieback on that one. So I did an experiment with the avocados. Here we have the Simmons, and then there's the Winter Mexican. Look at the Winter Mexican. I can't believe this. I can't believe it worked. Winter Mexican, what did I do? I parked my work van right next to it. My van was right up against it, and I turned the van on from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock. I had my van running, and I did the same thing on this one here, but the Winter Mexican, of course, did much better. But I had the car next to this one here, and I ran the car as well. So it was definitely much warmer here, and then we got the protection from the north. If you watch my older videos, there used to be trees here protecting from the north. So the trees did much better in previous winters. This time, not so much. So the van was parked right next to this, and then the Florida Haas took advantage of that as well, so it doesn't look as bad. So protecting the north side, guys, that's something we have to do. And I got to figure something out, a fence or something, because the bananas are not cutting it. Thought the bananas were going to help me out. Nope. Miss Blondie, this is Kerry Mango. Sad to see. If we go inside, we got some life. There's some life in there. So it's not a total loss. We are going to have to cut this tree back once it starts pushing out again. Remember, guys, do not touch your trees. You've probably been hearing that all week. Leave your trees alone. This is the Gary Mango, another one that was already damaged from November. So these trees have been dealing with this for months now. This is the Sweetheart Lychee. Once it starts to grow out, I'm going to move it, going to put it in the south side. Wait till you see the other lychee. This is the Coconut Cream Mango, and I do see where we're going to get some dieback, but the bottom here looks pretty good. So I have some branches that are definitely going to survive this. The papaya, not too bad. I see some green on the inside, but take a look at this. This is one of the trees that surprised me. This is a cherry Rio of the Grand. Look at that. Look at the Monstera, and look at the cherry Rio of the Grand. Coffee took a hit, but the bottom doesn't look as bad. So we'll have to cut the top back, which is okay with me. Patanga tuba, guys. Look at Patanga tuba. We have to learn from this, guys. We gotta use these trees to protect the more sensitive trees. This is Ice Cream Mango. There's some leaves that don't look that bad. We're gonna be all right. So far, the mango trees, I don't see any that are going to be that are going to die, but I think most of all of them are going to get some dieback for sure. This is the Glen. This is the 3-in-1. So we have M4, Fairchild, and Carla. And I believe the poop from the chickens kept these mangoes warm. So the mangoes got to thank the chicken poop. And this is my mamey. You know, the mamey looks good here at the bottom. I don't think I'm going to lose mamey. It looks a little rough, but I don't think I'm going to lose this one. Come over here, super windy. Look at this, look at all this wind. It's been non-stop here. So this is the orange sherbet. Looks bad here. This is a seedling mango that I used to protect orange sherbet, and look, the leaves look actually better than the orange sherbet. Look at this side here, much better on the inside. So this is what I want to see, guys. I want to see some branches that I know for a fact are still going to be alive. This is my green Malayan, starting to show some damage, but take a look at my Fiji coconut, looking really nice. By now I would have showed some signs, but Fiji is going to make it another year, and I'd rather the Fiji than anything, because that's a hard tree to find at that size for a good price. I mean, that tree right there may not look like it from here, but it's about 7.5 feet tall, maybe 8 feet tall. That's like a $300-400 tree somewhere. So I'm glad that one made it. Miracle fruit, looking really good. We got the Jamaican cherry, definitely showing signs, but going to survive. And then we have lemon zest back there. Look at lemon zest, not too shabby, but I can see some browning on the leaves. And real quick, we'll run through these real fast. Maha Chinook took a hit. Yeah, we're definitely going to get dieback on Maha. This one here is strawberry guava. The guavas look amazing. Well, the Cattleya guavas, not the pink guavas. Subel white sapote. Look at that, guys. I'm getting another Subel white sapote. Molex sapodilla was getting hit really hard. I mean, look at the papaya and look at the Molex. May get another Molex. Come over here to the lemon zest and wait till you see my cha-cha, guys. This one hurts. This is the sweet tart. You can definitely see the damage on the leaves. This side looks a little bit better. Look, the flower doesn't even look that bad over here on this side. And that's because of all the cypress trees, but look at this. Cha-cha. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think this cha-cha is going to make it. I don't know. We'll have to see, so stay tuned for that. But the cha-cha is looking rough, and the wind is blowing some chairs around here. This is the Valencia Pride. Not too bad on Valencia Pride. I see some branches. See, that branch is most likely going to die. It's starting to turn some color, but the tree is definitely going to survive. Walk over here to my jackfruit, and this one here has been through some 20s before, so we'll see. But this is a whole nother ball game, so I don't know how it's going to do. So we'll have to keep a close eye on this one. This is a pina colada. The bottom's not as bad as the top, of course. This is the lemon Cattleya guava. Look at that. We got to plant more Cattleya guavas, and there's a diamond mango there. I am starting to see now the browning. If I would have showed you these trees 2 days ago, 3 days ago, completely different story. Look at this. This is my star fruit, Cary star fruit. Look at this. Oh, Cary star fruit. That's the wind damage here. Look at that. It's wind damage. Now here we are, Sweetheart Lychee, looking amazing. Now, of course, we're not gonna get any fruit off of Sweetheart, unlike the mangoes. Once the Sweetheart pushes like this, it's not gonna push again like the mangoes do. So pretty much no lychees for us this season on this tree, but at least the tree's gonna survive, right? Look at the longin. Wait until, look at this. Look, look, look. Thanks to these palms, look at the top of those palms. Thanks to the palms, longin is looking amazing. As I stand here, look, the leaves are barely moving, but look at the top. You see? That's the protection right there. Right here, look at this right here. This and tangerine is just dancing around this cold. Looks good. Now we took a big hit here. This is the sugarloaf. Definitely going to get dieback here, and for sure on the honeykiss. The honeykiss, I can see the new branches up at the top are already starting to, they're turning like a little yellow. They look a little burnt. So we are going to get dieback on these two for sure. But I don't think the trees are going to die. I just think we're going to get severe dieback on these two. Wind is blowing. All right, we'll go real quick. This is another longin, not too bad, but look at this Groomy Chama. Look at this Groomy Chama looking amazing. Wow. Even the mulberry took a hit. Look at this. That's from the wind. Mulberry looks crispy. I did last minute attempt. I covered the avocado, but the leaves were way too young, and this area here actually I didn't think was going to get as bad because of the large tree here, the oak tree, but we got hit really hard here. There was a frost on the bottom here, so whole little pickering. This is Venus, and Venus actually looks really good. Not that big of a difference from before we got into the low 20s. This was all damage from the previous frost, so not bad at all. Here are the two seedlings. Look at this right here. All right guys, it's too windy out here. You got the picture here. I hope all your trees recover, and we're gonna get through this, and I'll see you on the other side.